Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth, and on this channel we talk about building your spiritual confidence so you can listen to your intuition and read your tarot cards with ease. And today I cannot wait to get started because we have completed the first month of the A Card a Day Tarot Challenge, which you can find at connectwithyourdeck.com/challenge. That is our free challenge for my tarot lovers community. And we finished the first month, we finished August, but that doesn't matter because you can come and join us at any time. Any time you can pick up your cards, whether it's the middle of the month, the end of the month, whether you do a bit of the month and then you move on to the next month and then it isn't until 12 months later you fill in the rest of the journal. Doesn't matter. We just keep going, pulling a card a day, getting that familiarization, because I know so many of you find it so difficult to apply yourself to learn the tarot. You might take, 3 weeks and really dedicate yourself to doing a course, and then life gets in the way, and then suddenly it's, well, I kind of know the tarot, but I kind of don't. I can't read it, and I can't this and I can't that. Or you go and you watch those videos, which, I may make one just because to get my name out there, but, that are the clickbait, learn the tarot in 24 hours. Well, you can't learn the tarot in 24 hours. You just can't. Not and read with a real depth of knowledge and richness of message. You just can't. So this whole course, and it's free. The journal, if you want my journal, that's optional to purchase. That is available to you. I've got links for it, and I'll put links in the comments for it. The journal is optional. You can just use a workbook if you want to. But many people who find themselves very busy find the journal really helpful. And when I spin the camera around, which I will in a minute, and show you my August and how to use the journal, which I can't wait to show you, you will see that the journal is really helpful. So I'm going to spin the camera around and I'm going to show you my journal on my desk and show you how much value you can get out of analyzing 30 days of cards. And I can't wait even till the end of September, because I'm going to show you something else you can do at the end of the month. So take care, everybody, and I will see you in a minute. So here's my journal. Now, I'm going to give you a quick flick of the journal. There are more detailed videos that you can have a look at that I will put links to in the description box and in the comments that you can click on to go over and have a look. But this is essentially my journal. I bought this cover ages ago on eBay, and it was like a D-stash. Someone didn't want it anymore, and I got it quite cheaply. It is a Kikki K. It's an old Kikki K, but it's A4 size. And look, if you go hunting around, I'm sure you will find something. I mean, this is my favorite color. Teal is one of my absolute favorite colors in the world. And so I saw it and said, I have to have that. And it came with these dividers, and I just love it. So this is the intro, and this gives you instructions, and I've been through all of this. I'm not going to go through it again. Then you've got the actual challenge section. We've got leap year pages. Then we've got worksheets in the back, which I'll show you in a minute. So we start in January, but of course I didn't start in January, did I? And in some ways that's good, because it basically means that I'm demonstrating that you don't have to be organized. You can be highly creative like me and find that you basically start in August. Where are we? August. It's August. Oh, July. I did a couple of readings in July and then I dropped it. Didn't do it. And then got back on the wagon in August, which is exactly what this is designed to do. So I've actually got a reading in July that I did, and then I was busy and I didn't do it. So that will all just sit there, and then when we come around to July again, the 21st, I've already done a reading and I'll just fill it all in. So I designed it because this journal to be like the sort of journal that if you're really busy and you've got kids and dogs and parents and all that stuff, that you can keep your tarot study going, because you can put it somewhere like beside the bed or whatever, and it's really easy and you just keep going. So here's my listing. Here's the questions for August. And then here is this page. Now, I loved this page. And next time I do it, I'm going to do all this color-coded because I think it's going to make it easier for me to count things and see things. These are the symbols that I made up. You can use and this comes in the journal. You can use these symbols or you can use your own. So what I've done is, for example, I've done a wand, which looks like that. You can see I can't draw. And then I'll just put King, K for King. And then I got a page of cups. You can see I've done a cup like that. And I put a page. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles. See how easy it is to see what the cards are? And they just look really cute. And then I drew my little pictures of the Major Arcana, which I thought was fun too. I really enjoyed that as well. Now, let's have a look at the numbers. Now, there are 31 cards altogether. I didn't, what is that there? Why have I written down 19? Oh, no, that's right. Don't mind me. So, I haven't given you all my workings. I did have a scrap piece of paper to do all my workings on, which in this journal, there are dot grid pages everywhere. So if you want to use dot grid pages, you can print these. You just tell your printer to do it. You can do a double-sided one of a few of those if you want. Or there are lined, I had these left over from the Kiki K journal I bought. And these are coloured ones I bought on Etsy. So it's really up to you what colours you want, what paper you want to use, whether I haven't got all my workings here for you because they were a bit scribbly, so I got rid of them. But basically, there were 6 Major Arcana, 19 Minor Arcana, 6 Royal Arcana. Now, Royal Arcana is the Kings, the Pages, all of those things. Then here I've got 6 Wands, 6 Cups, 6 Swords, 7 Pentacles. So this gives me a feeling of the distribution of the cards. So we've got the same Major Arcana and Royal Arcana as we've got Minor Arcana, and then we've got mostly Minor Arcana. Now that would lend itself to the idea that there are more Minor Arcana cards in the deck than there are Royal Arcana or Major Arcana. But the tarot can be an interesting thing, and it'll be interesting to see if these distributions stay the same. Very similar Wands, Cups, Swords, Pentacles that I pulled. And again, each has equal number in the deck, so that's interesting as well. And it's going to be, I'm really hoping that I'm going to have something more interesting happen with the numbers from that perspective. I then looked at my percentages. I had more Pentacles than I had Swords, Wands, Cups, or Majors. And how you work out your percentages, and I went through a training on, I'm pretty sure I talked in the training about how to do this, but you transcribe your numbers here from up here. You divide by 31 and then you multiply by 100 to get the percent. So I would show you, but I'm filming on my mobile phone. If I find an old calculator somewhere, I don't know if I've got one. Do you know, I don't think I've even got an old-fashioned calculator to even show you. Let me have a look in my drawer. Do I have one like just sort of languishing there, feeling neglected because it hasn't been used in the last 20 years? No, I don't. But you know what I mean. So you're going to say, I've got 6. I'm going to divide that 6 by 31, which makes a point number, something point. And then you just multiply by 100 and that gives you the percent. So percentages are your amount out of 100. Now, because there were point blah, 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 which there always is. These numbers don't quite add up. They add up to 99, but you know what? We're all friends here, close enough. Then we want to look at the repeating cards. So I had the Two of Pentacles came up 3 times. 3 times. This one. Let's have a look. Where are my cards? What am I doing? Where are we? I separated all these out so that I'd be able to find them for you in the video so you wouldn't be sitting there with me shuffling through cards. So the Two of Pentacles, which is this little darling here, came up 3 times. And to me, that is a huge, huge message for me. Page of Cups came up twice, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Chariot came up twice. And as I analysed the numbers and answered these questions, the reading just came together. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So the total number of cards in the spread's 31. The cards upright was 31 because I don't read reversed cards. Now, I know some of you do read reversed cards, and that's great. If that's something that you do, I think that's wonderful. It's not something that I do, and at the moment, it's not something I teach because just from you all answering surveys that I do, the majority of you are beginners, and when you read reverse cards as a beginner, let me tell you, you'll get totally confused. And to me, even now, not as a beginner, when I put a card down, I look at the cards around it, or I tune into my intuition to know whether it's positive or negative. I don't need it to be upright or reversed to know that. So that is the workings out. So I can see Pentacles, which is about grounding, it's about practicality, have come up a little bit higher than the others. I really would have loved to have seen more of a distribution of numbers, like a more uneven. But we will see. We will see as time goes on as to whether I'm going to be plagued by statistics and because of the number of cards in the deck that it's going to come out like this. I don't know. When I thought of the idea, I thought it would shift a little bit, but it hasn't. Anyway, so you've got your reverse cards here and then questions here. So I did my questions here. And what I did was I said, are there any repeating numbers you can see? And this is where the reading came alive. Oh boy, did it come alive. So 2, there were 2, the 2's repeated twice, if that makes sense. So I had 2 of Swords and 2 of Pentacles. So if we dig these out of here, 2 of Swords and 2 of Pentacles. And if you look at them and you look at the numerology, you start to be able to see how the cards fit together, and it's another way of helping you remember them. So you've got 2 of Swords, which is 2 of Swords, which is about choices. So she's tuning into her intuition. She's taken her consciousness. She's put the blindfold over her eyes to help her shut down her consciousness, and she is tuning into her intuition to decide which path she will take. Here, you've got, again, 2's, balance of opposites. Here, he's got too much going on. Far too much. Look at the rocky seas in behind. Far too much going on. So he's got to balance choices. So this is making choices, balancing choices. So this is, to me, is about balances in my life. Particularly speaks so strongly to me about that. Between work and home, work and time out, work and play, chaos and organisation, for example, things like that. So that's those. Then we had 8, balance and power, abundance and stability, and these cards repeated. So we had 8 of Pentacles. Let's find it. Where is he? I know who he is. There he is. So this is, again, stability. You've got 8 of Wands. Taking immediate action. And the Star, balance and healing. Where are we? So if we look at those 3 cards, how do they fit together? Well, this is about how we take balanced action. How do we have abundance and stability in the action we take? So here, taking your time, going slowly, not rushing, looking to detail. Then you've got the opposite. Take action. Don't delay. If you take this pathway of being too, very grounded, you're going to miss your opportunity. And of course, the star is the major arcana card, which is about you and your spiritual growth. This is about the balance of abundance, giving back to the earth and the physical world, and giving to the spiritual world, and having that balance within yourself, in terms of your own inner growth, inner vitality, see all the nature around inner nurturing and abundance. So this is how 8 works together. So there's something here about, again, balance, finding balance. Then we had 7s, and we had a lot of 7s. We had 7 of Swords, one of my favorite cards. Oh, this is a crazy card. I love this card. Look at him. Confidence, ability, willpower, and disruption. We have 7 of Wands. Where is 7 of Wands? Where are we? 7 of Wands. Here we are. Again, you've got the power. You've got both the rich man's boot and the poor man's shoe. You're standing on uneven ground, but it's fertile. And guess what? You are above everybody, and you are going to come out on top. Then we've got 7 of Cups. Choice. Will you be able to make the right choices for yourself? Will you, the disruption of choice. And then the Tower, which is ultimate disruption and challenge. So again, do you have the confidence to cope with the disruption that's going to happen around you? Again, you've got a sneaky disruption here. Are you going to be able to have, this is the confidence to do what needs to be done, to move forward. This is about sheer force of moving forward and having the ability to fight your way through. This is about the choices, the disruption of choices, and having the confidence to make the right choice even though you feel confused. And of course, the Tower is about, again, your spirituality, you as a deeper person, and the disruption. Again, it can be sudden disruption. It can be the challenge of disruption. It's a card of sudden change. So they're the cards that came up for me that were repeated. So I was able to look at those as well in terms of looking at the whole month and what the messages were coming through to me. Then the next question, and all these questions are down here on the bottom of this page. I hope you can see everything. Yes, you can. Everything's on the bottom of this page for these questions. And I just did a sheet of paper to write them. Are there any meaningful symbols? So what I did was, I'll just move my journal for a minute and put it over here, was I got all the cards and I'll just make sure you can see them all. I laid them all out. And this is going to be interesting to do because I've only got my little screen to show you. But I laid them all out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, and I just laid them all out and looked at them. Now, how much time you spend doing all this is up to you. You don't have to do all of this. These are questions that I put together to help you think about the cards that you pulled over the month. So these are all the cards that I pulled over the month. There we are. Hope you can see them all. And I looked at them all, and the biggest thing that stood out for me was blue. I thought, look at all this blue. All this blue sky. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cards of blue sky. So I saw blue, and I saw lots of, and blue, of course, is clarity of thought, clarity of thinking, speaking your mind. and I saw these pentacles. Of course, we know from the stats we did that the pentacles were a very big representation in my reading. And I thought about grounding. I saw these pentacles here, here, here. And I just thought they just really, really stood out for me. You might see other things in there that stand out for you. And again, it's one of those things where if you really want to focus on the symbolism, you could go through every single card and you could write down all the symbolism and really look at the cohesion between all the cards and what's repeating. So that would be another thing that you could do. All right, let's put this journal back. So then the next one was, what keywords stand out? That's the next question. And I thought, what can I do with that? So in the back here, we've got card sheets for each one of the cards. So if we find one that's got some words on it, what about if we look for Ace of Pentacles, for example. You can see here I put my dates and I put the words that meant something to me based on the question. This idea of blending your question with the card. So if you think of the question as blue paint and the card as red paint, when you mix them together, you make purple. And this is the purple. So looking at these words, I made a great big list of words because I just wanted to see what happened, and I did them all in my scratch journal, which I haven't got sitting here, but I just wrote them all down because I was just really interested to see what I'd written down. And I looked at the cards, the words that repeated, and that was really interesting to me, and I wrote them down. So mindfulness, balance, grounding, celebration, boundaries, creativity. They were the 6 words that really said something to me. So then I thought the next question, and again, all the questions are down here. Overall message for the month. And I thought, how can I write an overall message for the month? And I thought, I know. I can use my keywords and pull them into a sentence that means something. And I know for many of you, coming with stuff out of the air is so hard, and it is hard. It is hard. I do it all the time because I'm writing, and even I find it hard. And sometimes I have writer's block. And if you ask Prince Charming, I'm a bit of a bear with a sore head when that happens. So, overall message for the month: slow down, set boundaries, and focus on your mindfulness to find balance and grounding so you can focus on your creativity. So I used the 6 words, and I think there's a special word for doing that. I can't remember what it is, but I put it all into a sentence so that I could think about what was the unconscious message that I was constantly telling myself that came through my tarot readings. Your actions moving forward. Again, another question from here is, I need to do more journaling. I know I need to do more journaling. And this is, part of my motivation of creating this journal was to come up with something that made it easy, really, really easy. Even if you don't do this and you don't do this, even if you can just get this filled out, is huge, because what you can do is once you've filled all these out, you can just look at the cards. So you can look at the question here. I do a list. I've got a list here of all the cards too, because I just think, well, some of you respond more to writing it out. Others of you respond more to visual images like this. So I wanted to have both. If you're printing it, you don't have to print this side. You can just print this side. It's up to you what you want to do. But even if you're going to get this part done, and then you come back maybe, in next month when things are quieter, or you go on holidays or whatever, and you come back and do all your statistics. And then maybe, you go on and you do a bit more, and then you come back and do some analysis of the cards. It's all valuable to you, because even if you don't have time to do all of this to start with, the message is still going to be there. And the power of grouping the cards, of looking at what the cards are doing and trying to make sense of it will help you increase your experience with the cards, your connection with the cards, your handling with the cards. And before you know it, you will have a relationship with the cards. You really will. So that is the journal. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to know a little bit more about it, there are videos that I will link in the comments. And if you would like to be part of my free challenge, please join us at connectwithyourdeck.com/challenge. I have loved doing this month, and I've got something else to show you next month, which I'm super excited about. So take care, everybody, and I will have a chat to you again very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.